it running for a while I go outside and do some work. So, where is my... Hold on. I actually have one that hatched that I missed. As you can see, there are 3 that's hatched already. And then we have one right here that's about to hatch. And then there's one right there that's about to hatch. And one right there. So I don't know which one is going to hatch first. This one right here seems to be the more active one. So I'm going to leave my camera on that one. But I may move it in a second. But hold on. Hello, Gio. How are you? Let's see. Can we keep the ones I name in the group? I want to surprise my friends. Oh yeah, they're not going anywhere. So, we have... let's see. We have Chaser and Wrinkle 13. Okay. So yeah, they're not going anywhere, Mike. I'm trying to pin a message since I'm about to leave my phone. Recording, pin message. This one may actually hatch out first. It's pipping a little bit more. So that one actually may hatch out before the other one. So let me sit my phone up so you can see that one. But the others are back there. I don't know why they go to the back. So what you think, Mike? Is that a pretty good angle right there? Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think of one that I really like. What do I want to name? Let's see. Hey, Tree. How are you? I have a feeling that I'm going to sit it at this angle and then another one is going to hatch out somewhere else. So I really don't want to leave it, but Yeah, this one is a lot more active over here. So let me put it on that one so you can see. See how that one is so active? Keeps shaking, cracking. So yeah, I think that one's probably gonna push through next. It's just a waiting game. Alright, we got some work to do outside. Mike, hold on chat. Just kidding. But I got some work to do outside, so I'm gonna leave for a while. Gonna take my laptop. I'm gonna go ahead and take my laptop outside with me, so I will be able to monitor the chat and see any action. They were really active before I turned on the camera. Now I turned on the camera and they're no longer active. So I'm wondering, Mike, what do you think? Do you think I should leave the chat? Do you think I should leave the live, turn it off right now, wait for them to become active again, and then start it back up? What do you think, Mike? Because they have actually slowed down with their activity. I mean, they were shaking like crazy and cracking, but now they're not doing too much. So what do you think, Mike? Kind of wait them out, let them get closer to pushing out, and stop this live, go live again later, or just let this one roll? Mike's running the show. Just turn off the live and come back so you don't have to work more. Okay, cool. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna end the live right now, because they have slowed down with their activity. Once they pick up again and it looks like they're close to hatching within the next maybe 10 or 15 minutes, then I will start another live. All right, see y'all soon. Oh, let's see if I can get, before I go, let's see if I can get where y'all can see all three of the ones that is this one that's about to hatch, or has it already hatched? I can't tell. That looks like one that's about, oh, we got one, guys. We got one that's about to hatch. Look at there. We got one. So this will be chick number 4 that's hatched today. Cool. Glad I looked back there. So I was about to shut off the live. Yeah, right on time. Yeah, it's not gonna be long at all before this one comes bursting through. If the sisters would stop running over it, look at there. Alright, I'm gonna be quiet and just let y'all enjoy the hatch. Even if it's a girl. Ah, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Can I pin this? No, I can't pin it. Ah, oh, darn it. I want to pin it. Why can't I pin mics? I want to pin it. So we have one chick left to be named. One hatched out that I missed. Thank you, the producer on the show that I watch might like this content. I just want to bring some viewers to your channel. I appreciate it. Thank you. This kind of content really isn't popular, so a lot of people ask me, they're like, why don't you have more viewers? You should have more viewers. You should have more subscribers. But this type of content isn't too popular. Like this is the one that hatched. The one with the white head is the one that hatched that I didn't catch. That one's up for grabs, you guys, before Mike names it. And they're all that black copper moran gene is very now Mike, what we can do is the one with the white head. We can name that one Frog the Fancy Boy, because that is a boy. A lot of my chicks that I hatch out myself, it has an auto-sexing gene. So what that means is at birth, the ones with the white on their head that come out of a green or blue egg, it actually means that one is a male, is a rooster. So I can name that one Frog the Fancy Boy if you would like, or we can name the one that's coming out now. You're running the show. Yeah, it was one that I missed. I went outside for a little while. See, the one, we almost missed this one. The ones that are in the very back, they actually, I can't see them. And so that's why I almost missed this one. I was about to close down the live. So I missed this one. But yeah, that's definitely a male. The one with the white head is definitely a male. I think it's one of my olive eggers with the auto-sexing gene with the black copper Moran frog name. I'm gonna call him by his full name, Frog the Fancy Boy. And all the black copper Moran gene is so strong because all of them so far that have hatched and are hatching are coming out black, like the black copper Morans. Yes, we have to use the full name, Frog the Fancy Boy. So I'm waiting to I'm hoping to get some heritage breed mixes here, but everything that's hatching so far has been sired by my black copper Moran. So all of them are coming out black pretty much. I should have some that have a Buff Orpington as the father from another run that I pull eggs from. So hopefully we'll have some buff colored ones come out. Eventually, I was strategic in how I hatched these. I wanted to hatch black copper Morans and heritage breeds and olive eggers. So majority of them will be black, but I should have some buffs that are going to come from these lighter color eggs, the regular brown or tan color eggs. They just look like they're fighting. I'm hoping they don't push him out of frame because I will not be able to open it to move him back. No, don't push him out of frame. Let's see, maybe if I tilt it up, maybe if I tilt it like this, still see him. Thank you, my current one. Okay, Shuli Egger. Shuli Egger. Okay, I have to write. I gotta start writing these names down. Hold on a second. Let me go get my notebook. Okay, Whitehead is the one with the white head is going to be Frog the Fancy Boy. The one with the white on her wings is Noga Chaser. The one that's all black with no white on them is oh god, how did I forget? Is V Wrinkle 13. And thank you for subscribing and welcome. Living like live. Thank you so much for joining the family. I'm gonna go get my notebook because I will forget these names. They are starting to run together, and want to make sure I have them named correctly. Be right back, guys. So we have Whitehead is Frog the Fancy Boy. Alright, so White Wing is Noga Chaser, and all black is V Wrinkle 13. So while they're doing that, Mike, let me know if I have this right. Whitehead, Frog the Fancy Boy. White Wing is Noga Chaser, and then we have the all black is V Wrinkle 13. So let me know that I have that correct, Mike. Oh, don't forget about, okay, I gotta see what characteristics that one is going to have. Let's see. Where's my pencil? So I have Julie Egger, and I gotta see what kind of identifying mark it's gonna have, so I do not mix it up with the others. Thank you for all of your super chats, Mike. So I just left a blank space for Julie Egger so that I can put something in here to help identify which one is which. Have another one over here getting ready to make her debut. And it's gonna be another black one. Oh my goodness. Trying to get it so y'all can see. I hope you can see that. We can always just adjust the names, because V Wrinkle will become P Wrinkle. If Noga Chaser becomes a male, just Chase or Chaser. So we can always or we can leave the names what they as they are. No biggie. I have like 3 ducks whose names are Fred, because I ran out of names, and I thought they were drakes, but they ended up being hens. So I have like 3 female ducks named Fred because I thought that they were males. So Fredina, I guess. Frederica. Oftentimes I do not know for sure what their genders are until they crow, and that's about 3 to 4 months, honestly, because I can pretty much tell for the most part when they hatch, because I can tell by if they have a really pronounced comb, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a rooster. But I have been wrong before, because even some of my females have really pronounced combs on them. So it's some that I knew. I'm like, okay, this is definitely a rooster, and it laid an egg. So definitely not a rooster. And there's been times like, this is definitely a hen, and it crowed. So it's kind of hard to tell. I'm getting better at it, but it's no way to be 100% until they either lay an egg or they crow. That's why I have so many roosters now. Is Tractor Supply will tell you, yeah, it's definitely a hen. It's definitely a hen, and then get home, you buy 12 hens, and then get home, and 8 of them are roosters once they get older. So yeah, you can't return them because they're roosters. So that's how I ended up with so many roosters. not an exact science. It's a way to you can vent sex them. You can look at their wings. Oh yeah, come on, come on, come on. You can vent sex them. You can look at their wings, and that's a way to tell as well. But it's not 100%. Y'all don't forget to like and share the video. Trying to be more consistent with going live and posting videos. I have a lot of things recorded, but it's just editing. It's a lot. My wedding anniversary was yesterday, so I took off this week. My husband had surgery, so I took off a couple of weeks for that, and I'll be going back to work like Saturday. Well, I work from home, but still. So I'm trying to find a balance on my editing and recording and everything, and just different topics to talk about that people will be interested in, because I want this to be, it's so much going on in the world today. I want this to be a channel where people can come to and they'll find something that makes them smile. Nothing political, nothing, just people who love animals and who love, peace, and who want to smile. Come on, baby, come on. I think if they will move out of the way, she would be able to kick her way out. But they're kind of in the way, blocking her. So hopefully they'll move. And Mike, I definitely appreciate you. Can't thank you enough. This is definitely going to go towards feed for the new chicks, some waterers and feeders for the new chicks, and it is definitely going to go towards me rebuilding my chicken coops as well, and building new chicken coops. By the time they get old enough to go outside, they'll have a new chicken coop built. I lost 4 of my 6 chicken coops in Hurricane Helene, so it's just been just time consuming and trying to get the material I need to rebuild. And it's not an issue of purchasing the material, it's an issue of transporting the material, because I don't have a Lowe's that's like right here, and a lot of the plywood that I need, it does not fit in my Jeep, and I'm like, oh my god, let me get them to just cut it for me, but the saw is always down whenever I go, so they can't cut it. So it's just hard to transport the wood unless my husband's down here, or unless my dad. Oh my god, Mike, thank you so much. John the deadbeat. Oh my god, what do you have against the chicks? Let's see. That is so crazy, the deadbeat. Like, I'm not even hatched yet, and you're already calling me a deadbeat? Hold on, where's my pencil so I can write it down? Alright. Can y'all still see? Okay, y'all can still see it. Alright, so I got you on. I don't really want to move it because it's about to hatch. I don't want you guys to miss it. But I got you on here, Mike. Very slowly, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, Renee. My husband actually came down and looked at, it's almost there. My husband actually came down and looked at what I've done so far, and he just like looked and burst out and started laughing. He was like, what have I'm like, I don't know. I just saw a picture and I tried to do, and I couldn't find the plans, and they wanted you to, before they would even show you like the plans, they wanted you to pay. And it wasn't cheap. If it was like a few dollars, yes, but they wanted you to pay like $50-$60 for the plans, and you couldn't even get a preview of what the plans were. So I'm like, I'm just gonna have to wing it. So I put together a bunch of clips, different clips that I saw on YouTube, and I'm just trying to figure it out as I go. But my husband, one of the coops he's gonna build at our house in the city, and he's gonna transport down here and attach it to the run. So he's taking care of one of the coops for me, and I have to build like 3 of them. But I will get some footage. I do have some footage on me working on the coops, but they're gonna be like lopsided and leaning and not even at all. But they will not blow away in the storm. and my animals will, you know, have a better place to live. So I'll definitely post a video when I'm done with my first one. Come on, baby. She's almost there. This is Shirley Egger. This is Shirley Egger. Come on, baby. If it's the Howard Stern that I'm thinking of, I'm familiar with it, but I don't watch it. With me being a Christian, I just, the content, when I was, I remember Howard, I don't know if it's the same person. I remember Howard Stern from when I was younger, and it was a bit risque. Oh, come on. It was a bit risque. So, I am familiar if that's the same Howard Stern. I can't believe that there's still a Howard Stern show, because when I was younger, he was, you know, up there in age. So that, kudos to him for keeping the show going for decades, really. So I know it's been going over 20 years, maybe 30, if that's the same Howard Stern. Come on. They're trying to help her. Thank you, because I am not well, people tell me I'm funny, but it's not because I'm trying to be. It's usually accidental. It's usually accidental. So I'm waiting for this one to hatch so that I can see something identifying, so that I'll be able. They are people that used to be on Howard Stern show. That's the same Howard Stern I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, I remember. I actually got in trouble one time. My dad caught me watching Howard Stern one day. Yeah. No, I wasn't watching it. I was listening to it. And I got in trouble. I didn't really understand what they were talking about. It was a... There we go. Come on. Come on. It was a adult filmmaker on there, and was talking about some things that I didn't understand. But now that I'm adult, I'm like, yeah, now I know why my dad was upset about me watching that at that age. There she is. So that's Shirley Egger, and another white dot on the head. So let me see if there's any. Okay, white on the head and white on the wings is gonna be Shirley's identifier. So white head and white wingtips. They are former employees. Okay, got it. So I was like, man, that is a long time to have a show running. Cause I know I was young, and I'm 41 now, believe it or not. What are these things? These are velociraptors, Thor. That's what they are. They are velociraptors. Nah, these are baby chicks. They are mix. I'm creating some olive eggers, black copper moran sired olive eggers that's gonna lay a darker green color egg, and then I have some purebred black copper morans in here, and I also have some heritage breed mixes in here. That's the one that just hatched. Oh, wet and alien looking. So you might like the chicken. Yeah, I like that it does have, they're black, but they do have like small little identifiers. So as you can see, Shirley has the white head, and then if you look at her wingtips, has, well, it's obviously a he now, with the white head. The wingtips, he has white on the wingtips, so that'll help me identify them and not get them mixed up. But I am going to end this live. I'll come back with the next live because we have this one hatching. Look at there. So I should just keep this. I'll just keep this one going. I won't start a new one. We'll just watch this one hatch. If that's what you want to do, Mike. Mike, start a new one, or the white hair makes him look bald. Mike, you want to start a new one? You just want to keep this one going with this one that's hatching out now? This one that's hatching out now is John the Deadbeat. Keep going. All right. Mike said to keep going, so we're going to keep going. I actually have to go outside and collect eggs, so I'm going to step away for a minute. And I need to feed the dogs. Double QZ. Got a name for as soon as you get back. Okay. That one was you already named that one. Mike, you named that one John the Deadbeat. So now I have to see the identifying marks on it so that I can know which one. Okay, give me a second. Let me see. I'm trying to go back to see when it actually hatched so I can see what kind of identifying marks it has. What kind of chicks do you have coming tomorrow? Double QZ. Sorry, the humidity's going up really high. Give me a second. Delaware's, oh nice. I'm trying to adjust the humidity for a second so the alarm won't keep going off. Because every time a chick hatches, the humidity goes up higher and higher. Okay, so we should be good now. So let's see, this one. Let me get some light. It's too much light. The reflection isn't good. This one. Okay, so it has white on the front of the wing, front tip of the wings. So that's another male. So let's see. This one is white with front white tips, and that is John the Deadbeat. Any more that look like they're going to hatch? Let me get some more light in here. I can see a little better. Let's see. We get a good look. So we have this one, if you can see, is bursting over right there. Right there, you can see it opening up. So that one's about to hatch. Let's see if I can find another one. It's getting hard to see. Oh, we have one right here that's about to hatch. It's scissored all the way around. So this one should be hatching any moment now. That's one thing I don't like about this incubator. You see it? Yeah, that one's about to hatch. It's scissored all the way around. You can't really see in the middle like you can on my original incubator that I had. So we have that one about to hatch. Hope to breed Delaware. Delaware is a good chickens. If I'm not mistaken, aren't Delawares the ones that look like the they look like barred rocks, the black and white stripes, or are those the ones that are similar? Delaware are the ones that are white. They look kind of like the white leghorns. Let me Google. Hold on. I haven't had Delaware breed, but I believe they are white with the. They look like the white leghorns. They have like a little black on them, I think. Hold on. Google Delaware. Why am I typing so slow? Yeah, okay, yeah. Delawares. Yeah, I have not had Delawares before. Okay, that's why you want to know. Okay, Zen's future meal. Is that from Invader Zen? Oh my goodness. Well, if it's a rooster, it's more than likely going to be a future meal. So, hey. I have way too many roosters now. I'm I'm looking. So they are more of a meat bird type. Okay. So hens lay about 4 large jumbo light brown eggs a week, up to 200 eggs a year. It is generally not a broody breed, so you will need to use a hen from a broody breed or an incubator to hatch eggs. They are curious and like to explore. Although they are white, they are prey savvy. What does white have anything to do with them being prey savvy or not? I have 18 roosters, 16 will be meat birds. Yeah, I had said, WQZ, that I would never process, never eat any of my birds because I really don't eat meat. When my husband comes down and goes down to the pond and catches fish, I will eat fish, but I am not a meat eater. My body just does not digest meat well. But after Hurricane Helene and a hawk got one of my chickens, and I'm just looking, I have like about 24 roosters just running around the yard, and I'm like, you know what, let me process some of these roosters. So I did a few YouTube videos, and I learned how to process my own chickens. So now when I find that if I'm not going to use a rooster for breeding purposes, then yes, it is going to be lunch later. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually separating my heritage breed eggs today, and I'm going to do another hatch of heritage breed. I see that Buff Orpingtons, they are really meaty. My Buff Orpingtons had the most meat out of all of my birds. Black Copper Morans, I have not processed a Black Copper Moran yet, but they are very full body. So I'm waiting to see once I start. I need to get a better knife for butchering. Once I start butchering my chickens again, I'm waiting to see how much meat I get from a Black Copper Moran rooster. And what I do with the roosters, I just make soup out of them. I can the soup, or either I will do chicken and dumplings, which is very delicious. I never thought that I would eat my own chickens, but now that I have tasted chicken from my own yard, I could not ever eat chicken out of the store again unless I absolutely had to, because the texture, the taste, everything about it is so much. It tastes so clean. I can't explain it. Let's see. Mike says, no, it's a comedian on the show I watch, and he's fat. He got weight reduction surgery. That name will be a joke that he might consider funny. Okay, got it. I actually had that surgery myself. I had gastric bypass 3 years ago. That's part of the reason why I don't eat meat, because ever since I wasn't a big meat eater before gastric bypass. A lot of my weight gain was hormonal, and body producing too much testosterone, and my body also produced, I had an underactive thyroid. So now with the gastric bypass, my body really does not handle meat well. It just doesn't digest it well. But I don't have that problem whenever I eat my own chickens. I don't have that problem with my body rejecting the meat. Go figure. So yeah. Silver Moran roosters. I don't have any Silver Morans. I have Black Copper Morans, and I'm googling because I've heard the blue Morans, but I've never heard of the silver, so I'm googling those now. Oh, they look like the blues. Cool. Okay, blue, black, and silver are actually the same ones. Okay. Hold on. No, this is blue, black, silver mixed. I'm trying to see just Silver Moran. It won't show me just Silver Morans. Okay. Oh, they're beautiful. I have, let's see. I have Wheaton Morans and I have Black Copper Morans. Those are the two that I have. I wanted to have Blue Morans, but I became obsessed with perfecting the Black Copper Moran gene. So, because so many Black Copper Morans that are bred nowadays, it is hard to find a standard of perfection Black Copper Moran. It is almost impossible. And so once I got my hand on, like, this is the color eggs that my Black Copper Morans are producing. They are extremely, extremely dark. Extremely dark. But I just became obsessed with hatching out Black Copper Moran standard of perfection. So I've been focusing on just perfecting the breed. I take, you know, the ones any Black Copper Morans that may have flaws, I use them for olive egger projects. The roosters for olive egger projects. And the ones that are just perfect, I try to breed them back and create a better bunch. And my Black Copper Morans are very full body, so I believe they will produce like a lot of meat because those are big birds. So we have Zen's next meal about to hatch. Let's see if you can see it better if I do it like this. Can't. So we're gonna leave it like this. And I do want to thank you so much, Mike, for all your support. I really do thank you. Like I said, it's going towards. I go to Tractor Supply, which YouTube won't give it to me until next month on the 21st. But I'll go to Tractor Supply tomorrow and get some waterers and some feeders for the new batch of chicks, and some wood to continue building my runs. Yeah, no, I didn't just get engaged. I just had my wedding anniversary yesterday. 5 years married. Yep, 5 years married. So, yeah. And we did absolutely nothing but just chill together. It was like amazing because my husband was like, "Where do you want to go this year for our anniversary?" I'm like, "Nowhere." And he was like, "Why don't you want to go anywhere?" And I'm like, once you captivate your household and your land to a place where you really, really enjoy being, you don't want to pay someone else to stay at their place. I mean, I know that sounds weird. Like most people who travel, they're like, that sounds weird. That makes no sense. But it's so peaceful here. Whenever I go somewhere else, I always have to deal with a bunch of people cursing and, you know, smelling weed and people being loud. And out here, it's just so peaceful. I'm like, I just want to be here and let's just be together. Because majority of the time, he's at our house in the city and we're about 2 hours away from each other majority of the time. So him just coming down here and us spending time together, that was like my dream. I don't want to go anywhere. You understand me, Mike? I don't want to do it. If we have two homes. If we have our homes to where we like them, we're comfortable in them, we don't want to go anywhere else. When I go up there to be with my husband, he works in the city, so it just doesn't make sense for him to have to be to work at 3 o'clock in the morning and drive 2.5 hours to get to work when our house in the city is 5 minutes away from his job. So it just makes more sense for him to stay up there. But it's like we don't want to be anywhere else. As long as we're together and we're enjoying each other and he likes to fish, we were going to go to the pond and fish because that's his thing. He loves to do that. I love eating the fish. He loves catching them. We just enjoy each other's company. And I'm looking like there is no point in me paying, you know, $1,200, to rent an Airbnb or rent a room, or if we were going out of the country, I can see it. No, I can't see it because I'm not flying. I'm not getting on a plane. But yeah, I thought about doing that double QZ, joining the livestock conservancy for my Narragansett turkeys. And I have some heritage breeds, standard of perfection Rhode Island Reds, which I did not know that Rhode Island Reds were on the threatened list, because it's very hard to find heritage breed purebred Rhode Island Reds. It's very hard to find them. The Rhode Island Reds that you get from hatcheries, they're usually hopefully you can see better with that light. They're usually bred with something else. They are not purebred. So to find purebred Rhode Island Reds, it was almost impossible. They were on the threatened list. So I was like, well, I'm gonna join the livestock conservatory, or whatever you call it. But because I have this fear of control of the government, I decided to just do it all on my own. Things would be a lot easier. I probably could have hired someone to build the coops for me instead of me building them myself, if I would have done the whole grant thing. But I don't want anyone, especially the government, to have control over what I do on my own property. So I've really been wrestling with that. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me unmute this and see if you can hear me. Conservatory, whatever. Yeah, okay, you can hear me. So that's the only reason why I didn't go that route, is because I want to the egg next to hatch just hatched. Really? Did it? No, it hasn't hatched yet. It's still in there. You see it moving? It's still in there. Yeah, I would definitely push anyone who's able to get a grant to get that grant, get that money. But me and my conspiracy theorist brain, it hurts me sometimes. It hurts me sometimes. It's just my husband tells me all the time, like, don't live in fear. You know, it's so much stuff that I want to do, but having the time to do it, and it would be so much better if I can just hire someone or get the government to pay for me to hire someone to do it. But another thing with that, I really don't want people to know where I am. I don't want people to know where I live. Too. So, yeah, I'm a little weird that way. Yeah, it's about to hatch though, because it's pipped all the way around, so it should be coming out soon. Yeah, I definitely want to try to preserve the Narragansett turkeys. That's something I want to do, get those numbers up. Because we have 5 of them. No, we have 4. We have 3 hens, and we have 1 tom Narragansett turkeys, and they're trying to help hatch. Yeah, they are. I love seeing how they rally around them and they try to help them hatch. I hope you guys can see with this, see a little better with the light. What was I about to say? Yeah, I had like 10 Narragansett turkeys, but they went broody last year and went out in the woods, and a coyote or something like drug them away because there was like a trail of feathers. So I'm trying to decide if I want to hatch them out myself this year, find out where their nest is once they start nesting, and see if I want to hatch them out myself or if I want to let them try to do it. I'm definitely, same thing with my Muscovy ducks. I definitely want to try to get more Muscovy ducks, but I do not like brooding ducks. Turkeys, chickens, guineas are very easy when it comes to brooding, But when it comes to ducks, any kind of waterfowl, ducks, geese, they are so messy when it comes to brooding, and they stink. Oh God, they stink. Like when the chicks are really young, I can clean out their brooder like every 2-3 days. When I'm brooding ducks, any kind of waterfowl, I have to clean it out like several times a day just to keep it from smelling. It's awful. We have another one here that's starting to pip, starting to crack. But it'll be, and there's another one right there that's starting to crack. But it'll be a while before those. So I'll probably come back later. Gonna clean up my kitchen and everything. But double QZ, do you have a YouTube channel? Am I subscribed to your channel? I think I'm subscribed to your channel. No, I'm not. Okay, there's nothing. Okay. I would definitely love to follow your journey and know your experience on how everything goes, like with the grant, if you ran into any issues with someone trying to take control or dictate what you do on your land. I've heard good stories and I've heard bad stories. I've heard horror stories. So I would be really interested in you and following your journey. If you're still here, are you still here, Double? Let me see if Double's still here, because I'm having a whole conversation with her and she may not even be here. Okay, I think she's still here. So I would really love to follow your journey. So if you're gonna post or anything to YouTube, please let me know, so I can follow your journey. I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to your channel anyway, so I'll be notified when you post anything. But yeah, I would love to know how that works out for you, and I'm glad that you are trying to I cannot say that word to save my life, that you are trying to help with the conservation efforts. So definitely kudos to you for that. We got to get these numbers up. I didn't realize that there was so many chicken breeds that were endangered. Didn't realize until I started breeding chicks myself. And I started researching, and yeah, a lot of the heritage breeds that got us through the war, World War I and World War II, it was like mandated that there was a division of the army where they specialized in keeping chickens, specialized in keeping farming. That's what they did, because that kept the war efforts going, that kept the soldiers fed. And so many of those chicken breeds that brought us through those wars. I don't like how that looks. Hold on. I don't like how that looks. Okay, it's fine. Most of those breeds that brought us through those wars, they're not around anymore, because now it's about meat, production. So you have these chickens who don't live as long as those heritage breeds. The Rhode Island Reds, the Delawares, the Barred Rocks, the what else we have? Buff Orpingtons. You know, those heritage breed chickens that brought us through, that helped us survive depression, Great Depression. It's hard to find those breeds. So that's why when I was able to get my hand on some heritage breed Rhode Island Reds, I'm like, oh yeah. So my Rhode Island Reds are going to be completely separate from my other chickens, so that I can keep that breed pure. This one is taking a little longer to hatch. But it's almost there. Well, I still subscribe to your channel. Yeah, I still subscribe to your channel because I definitely want to know your experience with it. I know a lot of the laws, and it does vary by state, and that's another reason why I didn't want to do the grant, because the requirements here in my state are bananas. They require so much, and so many of my foreign friends, the government came in and shut them down. They basically had the right to, because they wanted them to have, like, they got the grants, and the requirements changed in the state. So they needed a bigger building, they needed different types of things, and they had like 30 days to comply, or they would no longer be able to sell their eggs and sell their chickens. So with that being said, they no longer can legally sell their eggs and chickens. What kind of show is it? As long as it isn't a show that goes against, my morals, my beliefs, then of course. Of course. And especially if they want me to get on here, I can talk about this like all day long. I can talk about chickens, homesteading, all day long. This is my third love. First love is Jesus. Second love is gardening and growing things. Third love is chickens and homesteading. And I have to let you know, Double QZ, I have to let you know, once you start hatching, it is so addictive. It is so addictive. Like right now, I just transferred 7 chicks to the outdoors. I have 12 heritage breed Rhode Island Red chicks, and then I have 26 chicks that I hatched out exactly 21 days ago. Well, exactly 20 days ago that I hatched out. And then I have these here. It's 44 of these, which I'm pretty sure maybe about 20 may hatch. I don't candle. But when you start hatching, oh my God. When you start hatching, it is so addictive. It is so addictive. And that's what made me, another thing that made me decide to start butchering my chickens, because I was hatching out so many. I just didn't have the space to keep the extra roosters. And one thing about that one is about to come out, because she is moving like crazy in there. One thing about my roosters, I have not experienced my roosters being aggressive towards each other. And I believe it's because all of my roosters free range, and they don't have access to hens. They only fight over the hens. But if I deny them access to the hens, because all of my hens are in coops and runs, they don't fight. They get along well. They don't attack me. They don't attack anything else. Yeah, I would love to. What are you, I would love to see your progress on your coops. I know you say you're not posting, but I would love to see that, because my progress on my coops, I mean, my husband, like I said before, my husband came down and he looked at what I had been doing with the coops, and he just shook his head. He just shook his head like, oh my God. Zen's last meal. Okay, Shuli. We have a Shuli the Edgar here. So now I see where that name came from. And we're waiting on Zen. Zen's, where's my piece of paper? Zen's next meal. Zen's future meal. We're waiting for Zen to make an appearance. And she's taking her sweet little time. I was really hoping that we got some different color ones to hatch. today, but I know we're probably gonna have some. I should have some buff color ones hatching soon, because I have a few that I put in here that are sired by, majority of them are sired by my black copper Moran rooster. But I have a few in here that are sired by my buff Orpington in my heritage breed run. And I had one that hatched out, not the last hatch, but the one before that. It is a buff Orpington hen, and the father is a lavender Orpington, lavender Orpington rooster, and they have created the prettiest chicks. So what I think I'm gonna do, I think in my heritage breed run, I am going to move out my regular buff rooster and let my lavender buff Orpington sire all of those in that run, because I noticed that they did come out really, really meaty, and they are absolutely gorgeous chickens. She's almost there. I did not want it to hit 2 hours. Happy birthday, Day! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dave. Happy birthday to you. Sorry, Dave. I just ruined your birthday. Oh. What's for dinner, Big Jim and Dave? What's for dinner? My dinner today is ratio yogurt, fresh pineapple, ratio yogurt topped with fresh pineapples, peaches, blueberries, walnuts, and I'm going to mix it with some protein powder. That's going to be my dinner today. Not cooking anything. My husband left, so I'm not cooking when he's not here. I typically don't cook. Because I do not, we're going to take, oh man, oh God, that I am so jealous. I wish I could have steak. Now that's the one thing, the one meat item that I miss is steak. I've never been a really, really big meat person, but whenever, like, my husband makes the best steaks, and he gets these tomahawk steaks from Sam's Club. I think they're called tomahawk, and they are huge, and they are, I think for one steak he paid, like, I'm not even gonna say, I think it was like $72 for one steak, and I know that's cheap in some places, but in Georgia that's a lot. So he marinates them for 24 hours, and then he cooks them, and when I say those steaks were like butter, oh my God, they were like butter. Like, you don't eat, like, I have this thing about spoons. I have to eat everything with a spoon. I can literally take my spoon and I can slice the steak with the spoon. That's just how tender it was. Now, I do miss steak. That's one thing that I miss. I do miss steak. Yes, they are. Wow, that cut is amazing. We thought about getting cows, but once we weighed, because we have the space in the land and everything for cows, but once we weighed the cost of keeping, feeding, tending to, giving shots, and taking care of cows, and then the cost that it would take to transport it, have it butchered, if we don't butcher it ourselves, which we probably wouldn't, it's like it wasn't really worth the cost of it. And because I am trying to get my husband to, he did for 21 days, we did a Daniel fast together for 21 days. So he did stop eating meat for 21 days. But he's back to eating meat with a vengeance now. Well, he says he slowed down a bit, but we'll see. Dallas fillet. Oh, 12 ounce. Nice. Let's see. Double QZ says, I videotape building of the coop. I just have to learn to edit. A really good app to edit on, because I'm not a big editing person. I found this app here is really good for shorts. Let's see, what is it? It's like VLL. Let me see. Is there a way that I can... Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can look at my phone without shutting down the live. Okay, it is VLLO. Let me put it in the chat. VLLO is the app that I use to edit. It is absolutely amazing. It's the easiest app that I had. Now, I used to be all technical where I would record and then I would upload it onto my MacBook or my Mac Mini, and then I would do like the Final Cut editing. It does look a lot more professional that way, but it takes a lot more time and it's a lot more complicated, and it takes up so much space on my devices. As you know, Mac devices don't have a lot of space unless you just keep buying storage. But that is like the best app for editing. I love doing my shorts there. I actually started doing my long form videos there. Okay, it's still going. So the app that I use to put the words on my shorts is VEED. And I think the VLLO, that one I paid, I think I paid $9 for an entire year, or it might have been $7 for it was under $10 for an entire year for that app. Let's see. Sell half of it. That was for 12 ounce. Sell half of it. Makes it easier for you. Oh, that's a good idea. Eat 2 salads and a steak. They wanted to know, did your husband lose some weight not eating meat? Yes, he did. He lost weight, and he was telling me that while he was on the Daniel fast, he was eating fruits, vegetables. I think he said one time he did like get some chicken wings or something, but he had a couple of hiccups here and there, but he did lose weight. And he said that because I don't know if you know about people who are diabetic, when their blood sugar is off, they break out in these like hives all over their body, like their stomach and everything, from diabetes. So his hives from his blood sugar being too high disappeared, and he actually stopped taking his diabetes and high blood pressure medication while he was on the Daniel fast. And my mom looked at him and she was like, what have you been doing? Like, you're losing weight. You look like you're glowing, like his skin cleared up and everything. So yeah, he did lose weight, just not eating meat. We were doing a Daniel fast, and we were doing like a cleanse. It was a 30-day cleanse, and it had different cleanses each week. Like the first week was the colon cleanse. The second week was the skin and I think it was the liver and kidney cleanse. And then the third week was the skin, lung, and lymphatic system cleanse. And then the fourth week was the parasite cleanse. So between the Daniel fast and those cleanses, man, let me tell you, they really made a difference. Really made a huge, huge difference. So he has started back eating meat, but he's very conscious about the meat that he eats. He eats a little bit more cleaner, like more chicken instead of a lot of pork and things of that sort. Also, Dave said he loved the birthday sing out. You're probably about the only one. I have to go to my night job. Everyone have a good night. Well, I hope you have a wonderful night. Bless you. I'm about to leave this live myself as soon as Zen's future meal hatches. That's what this chick name is here. That's about to hatch. All the chicks that are in here, Mike has named these chicks. We have the one right here with the white head is Frog the Fancy Boy. The one that is fully black right here that is sleeping, that is Naga Chaser. Let's see. Nope. This one over here is Naga Chaser. This one right here on this side that's over there laying down, that is Shirley Egger. And then we have the most recent one that's hatched right here. That is John the Deadbeat. And we have the one that is hatching that we're waiting on, and that is Zen's future meal. So yeah, Mike named all of these chicks. He named them after YouTubers, his YouTuber friends, and shows and comedians that he likes. So definitely love the names. And yeah. Oh, we have V Wrinkle. V Wrinkle is one with the, let's see, the all black is V Wrinkle 13. So this one, she should have hatched by now. Looks like she may be having some complications with being shrink wrapped, but the brothers and sisters are John the Deadbeat. I know, right? Looks like the sisters are helping her out, so she'll be able to get out. Yeah. When I see them like this, I want to jump in and I want to help with the hatch, but I'm just gonna leave it alone and let it hatch out on its own, because sometimes when you jump in and try to rescue them, you actually do more harm than good. You actually cause them to get shrink wrapped even more, and then sometimes it does weaken them, because them pushing like that, it actually strengthens their legs, it strengthens their necks. But when you go in and rescue them, then sometimes their legs and their feet and their necks are not as strong as they need to be. So I try my best to not intervene. It's very hard to not intervene. It's very, very hard to not intervene. But usually, you know, let's let nature do its thing. Just let nature do its thing. Leave it all in God's hands and, you know, pray for the best. I have a few that are starting to pip and hatch. There's one right there. You can see starting to crack. There's one right there starting to crack. There's one right there starting to crack. Let's see if we see any more. Okay, let's get a better look. There's one right there starting to crack. Let's see. Oh, there's another one right there that's starting to crack. And the incubator says 19 days. This is actually day 20. It actually stopped working on like day 2. So I had to reset it, and so it's like a day behind. So I had to mentally put it in lockdown a day early. So this is actually day 20. So they're hatching, usually they hatch on day 21. So a lot of these you may see start to pip overnight and tomorrow. Also, you may actually I think there are about 4 eggs in here that I put in a day later. So it's day 20 for majority of the eggs, and for them is day 19. Okay, I am Big Jim and Dave. Thank you so much for stopping by. Happy birthday again, Dave. I hope you enjoy your steaks, and please eat an extra 2 ounces from me. And I'm not excited about seeing the video about the bobcat, but I'm interested in seeing the video about the bobcat. We have those predators here as well, and we actually have panthers here, and there is a rumor that we have cougars here. It's not actually panthers, but it's cougars, so I don't know. What I saw on the trail cam screenshot was a panther that the guy showed me. Black panther, completely black panther. So I don't know what this is creeping in my backyard, but it actually stays out by my beehives because I have the German Shepherds in my yard. It hasn't been bold enough to come into my yard yet. Or I'm not going to say yet, but it has not been bold enough to come into my yard. Just waiting on this last one to hatch, y'all, and then I'm going to end it. If it doesn't hatch in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to end it anyway because I don't want to be on live for more than 2 hours. That's just so cute, resting there. Gonna walk into the living room, wash some dishes. Well, walk into the kitchen, wash some dishes, leave it. Hopefully, it'll hatch within the next 10 or 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it live until Zen's future meal actually hatches. So hopefully it'll be within the next 10 or 15 minutes or so, because I don't want to be on the live too long. I'm already on longer than I should be. I try to stay on like less than an hour, and I definitely don't want to stay on more than 2. So, but Zen's future meal is getting there. I was just saying, like I was saying earlier, it's hard not to intervene, especially when you see they may have, some complications. Getting out looks like she was a little shrink wrapped, but I love how the others come and help them out. I can actually do more harm than good trying to help out, so I try to kind of just let God do his thing. Yeah, what I was saying was them pushing like that to hatch out naturally without me intervening. It actually strengthens their legs and it strengthens their neck. Sometimes when you go in and you try to intervene and save them, they don't have the strength that they need for their oh my God, Mike. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Oh, I don't even. Oh my God. I completely lost my train of thought. Thank you. Oh God. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You have no idea. How much this means to me. Like I said, everything, I won't be able to cash it in until next month with YouTube, but I'm keeping a record of everything, and I'm taking it to Lowe's tomorrow to get first I'm going to Track Supply. I need to get some new waterers and feeders for the new chicks, because all my waterers and feeders are in other brooders outside for the chicks that just hatched out. and I'm going to get some lumber, plywood, and stuff to try to do more on the. But anything you donate to this channel, it always goes back to the animals. So I definitely thank you so much. Wow. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. You're crying. I'm not crying. You're crying. I'm not crying. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm not crying. I'm not crying at all. Tears of joy. Tears of joy. Zen's future meal. Thank you so much. Yes, everything that I make from YouTube, because majority of my content is about my animals. So anything that I make, whether it be from super chats, AdSense, whatever, it always goes back into the animals. Goes back to, whether it's getting chicken feed or getting lumber or getting waterers or hardware cloth. It always in some kind of way goes back to the animals. It's man, I'm floored. I don't even, Mike, you have blessed me so much. I thank you so much. Even sending traffic over to the channel, I definitely thank you so much for doing that, because every like it helps, every share it helps. Super chats definitely help. Man, was not expecting that. Wow. If you wanted to make me speechless, I'm speechless, but I'm still talking. But man, wow, thank you. As I was saying earlier, is how I hope the channel makes people smile. That's my goal. There's a lot of people that I stopped following within this last year, because everyone wants to argue, fight, and go back and forth, and just want this to be a place where people can come and they can feel good. They can see something that'll make them smile, see something that'll give them hope. All right, come on, Zen's future meal. I'm gonna step away for a minute. Hopefully it'll hatch by the time I get back. Hold it down for me, Mike. Okay, I am back. It was fun. And then the crazy thing was, because you paid, I could not deny the names. I get your strategy. Almost, yep, almost. But this is what I was talking about when I said my dinner. That's my dinner. That's my dinner. So I wasn't kidding. But yeah, almost there. Almost there. I think I should have left it alone because I kind of got it where you can't see. Let me unplug my charger. There it is. That should be better.